being groomed and gang raped doesn't necessarily ruin your life.
And we voted her out on one issue, and that issue was what she claimed. You can't say it destroyed lives. You can't say it destroyed their lives. And she continued to prop up and vote against the public inquiry. Gave her a job. Yvette Cooper gave her a job as her campaign manager.
I was quite surprised. You will already know this, but I was quite surprised a few weeks ago to find out that the former leader of Oldham Council, Amanda Chatterton, and for our listeners, she's the one a year or two ago stood up in a chamber and said something like, being groomed and gang raped doesn't necessarily ruin your life.
Oh no, it didn't destroy their lives. Didn't destroy lives. It wasn't. There was no even opt out. You can't say it destroyed their lives.
So absolutely, you've got to be mental to think that and to say that. But now she's working for Yvette Cooper at the Home Office.
And so I released the information, Nick. I had the information, and it's like other bits of information I've got. There's a time and a place, isn't there, when you release things for maximum, value, for it to have the impact we want. We removed her as Oldham Council leader. We voted her out. Yeah. And we voted her out on one issue, and that issue was what she claimed. You can't say it destroyed lives. You can't say it destroyed their lives. And she continued to prop up and vote against the public inquiry. I took to the streets of Royton South, where she was a councillor. I took to the streets of Royton South. We created an independent movement and supported an independent councillor who'd never stood before and got her over the line. That's what we did. The police arrested me during the campaign and clearly told me that, we have arrested you to stop you from campaigning. So that's the background to this. As soon as we removed her, and this is why it's sinister. This is why we know there's something darker. She did her job of fronting and protecting the Labour Party. And in return, the Labour Party protected her and continued to support her. And they gave her a job. Yvette Cooper gave her a job as her campaign manager. So it's not just working in the Home Secretary's office. She was appointed as the campaign manager of Yvette Cooper, a woman who was removed from council for her, in a safe Labour seat, in a ward that had only ever had Labour councillors. We removed her, and she's, by running a community-funded campaign led in the main by old age pensioners, Nick, we removed her through a grassroots campaign, and then Yvette Cooper appoints her as her campaign manager.
This is the dirty world of politics, isn't it? If you look after me now, if you happen to lose your seat, we'll get you a good job within the Labour Party, within government, and you'll probably be financially better off. This is those backroom deals that help us today, I'll help you tomorrow.
The leader of Oldham Council, Arooj Shah, we removed her a couple of years ago when she was the leader before in South Chadderton. We can't touch her in St. Mary's. It's a Pakistani cartel stronghold. It's just not possible for us to mobilise in that place. But in South Chadderton, where there was a white working class demographic, we removed her there. We removed her with a Conservative candidate there, not an independent, a Conservative. And she mysteriously turned up as chair of the National Constitutional Committee of the Labour Party. And now she's Andy Burnham's equality lead.
Yeah. Oh, dear. I mean, yeah. And that's why
So someday, you and I, there'll be a documentary on this, Nick. There'll be a documentary on this someday. Hopefully, you and I are still alive rather than in the credits, and we get to see it.
Well, I think Denzel Washington will play you.
Well, I'm happy with that, yeah.
And I think someone like Steven Seagal will play me.
Well, that'll do me.
That would be a blockbuster. Well, there'll be more to come on this, and there'll be more to come from you over the next few months. So,
and if there's one thing I can say, please, Nick, if you'll hear me, please, people, go and join Reform if you care about this. Go and join a political party. Go and join the Conservatives if you believe the Conservatives can be the change. No, 100%. But if you don't believe that, go and join. Be the change. Be part of the change. We need your help. Without you, we can't do it. We need your help.
And also follow people like you, support people like you.
I run a little newsletter, Nick. No, my following online, open following online, is very low, and I get emails all the time, Nick, from people saying they're too scared to follow me. They're too scared to support me. How do you think that makes me feel? I'm the man with a 10-year-old daughter.
Yeah. And nothing's going to change if we all keep remaining cowardly. Nothing will change. I'll put all your details in the description of this video. So people will go in the description, find all your contact details, your newsletter, everything. So I've made it easy.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
I've made it easy for people, because unless people like you get more support by the average person, then, we'll still be in this mess. 6 years of hard work you've done, and we're getting there. I can see the end of the tunnel now, but things can U-turn. Things can,
and they'll fight with every last breath they have. They'll fight against this. They will not come to where they need to go willingly, will they? They're not going to go there willingly. We'll have to force them.
They have to fight tooth and nail, because this will be the end of lots of them. They've got nothing else to lose. They have to fight and keep people like me and you quiet, because when it all comes out, that if it comes out in their lifetime, I'm like you. I'm expecting some people to go to jail,
go to prison. They will go to
expecting it. Yeah, absolutely. And we need that. We need to hold some of these people responsible, so the lesson can be learned around the country.